Okay, hopping on real quick. I want to capture this trade that I'm in. Hopefully it's all coming through okay. It looks like it is. All right, so I'm in ES trade because NQ didn't look as clean to me. But this is looking like a really good 2022 model, as well as market maker sell model. So we have buy model here, sweeps the external buy side, and now we're here in the market maker sell model portion of it. Price on ES came up, perfectly hit the both the 15-minute and 5-minute fair value gap. I got in, put my stop above. Initially, I put it above the prior high, but as prices started to respect the fair value gap here, I moved it up a little bit, or I should say down. And my paper trade just got snapped on NQ. All right, let's switch back to the 5-minute because I think NQ's on 5-minute. NQ's on 5-minute. ES is on 15. Let's see what's happening here. So NQ just came up and grabbed the fair value gap. I am not taking NQ on my funded right now. I'm just in ES unfunded because, again, I liked the ES setup better. I just looked cleaner. I'm in for 2 contracts. I took off everything on my screen dealing with money. So it's all just in ticks right now because I want to get away from the mindset of money. I just want to be focused on the trade. So, yeah, I'm going to turn my camera off and mic off, and I'm going to just let this run. But this is looking like a really good setup. And my target, my mental target on ES, let me switch back to 15-minute. Mental target on ES right now is London and Asian low because they are equal lows, and we have this area of liquidity below it on a higher time frame. So I am 100% expecting price to just shoot on down and come into this area. I have my take profit set below that so that I can adjust it because I really want to react to price and see how it's going to react itself as it comes down into here. So yeah, let's watch this. One other thing I wanted to capture here real quick. So on NQ, I have volume profile set up. I'm still learning this, but you can see what looks like an order block here up top. There's a lot of volume here. Looks like more so on the buying side. There's actually a lot of buying volume over selling volume at these levels, which is a little concerning. So we could see a reversal here. This could want to run back up and go for new highs potentially. I don't see any other real fair value gaps up here. I mean, there are, on ES, for example, equal highs in the 5-minute that it could want to grab. I don't know if there's any other fair value gaps up here that didn't get hit. I mean, that got hit there. So, yeah, I don't know. We're just going to kind of watch and see what happens. If I get tapped out here, then I get tapped out. But I think overall, the trade setup looks good. And if I do get hit on my stop loss, then we will analyze and figure out what happened and why I was wrong. And that's okay. And this is all learning experience. But these equal lows down here with the liquidity zone, like that seems like the target. That should be the draw. So we'll see what happens. All right, something else I just noticed, and I want to talk through it real quick as price is reacting here. So we also have an SMT from this swing high on ES here versus on NQ on this swing high. You can see we have an SMT. We have SMTs at the swing high, which means this should be respected, and looks like it is being respected. So it's looking like the trade is going to play out the way that I'm seeing this. But we're going to keep watching, and we're just going to react to what price does. Alright, so it's looking like, there we go, okay. So that got taken. We could just be the liquidity right now, but that gap has now been taken, that high taken. We'll see if this respects or not, but I don't know. Alright, so we'll need to analyze what happened. What did I miss? I thought it was a good setup. It looked like a good setup to me. Alright, well, let's switch over to paper trade. Okay, so on paper trade, I am in on NQ, as you can see. I'm in for 4 contracts. It came up and grabbed the fair value gap here. Let's see what this does on paper trade. If this now respects and comes down, I'll be disappointed. Alright, I'm gonna end the recording there. We'll come back and see what this does here in a bit. Okay, so I want to talk about what just happened. So that initial trade I took ended up failing. And we can talk about that. I still need to figure out exactly what I missed, which was over here. But there were SMTs at both the top and bottom. And I still really do believe that this area down here, especially with the London and Asia low, equal lows here, and this liquidity zone below, like this is a huge draw zone. So I still believe that's where price wants to go, but that's on the bigger time frame, so probably not yet. And that might have been my mistake in thinking that that was going to happen today. But I did catch this low resistance liquidity run forming on both NQ and ES, and I mapped out the fib on ES, and it was right within OTE range of where this all came down to. Lots of equal lows being put in here on the actually on pretty much all the time frames. So 1 through I think like 15-minute, putting in these equal lows here, which is kind of right within the gap zone of this fair value gap. So with that combined with kind of the higher time frame SMT plus the low resistance liquidity run and the liquidity zone up above, it looked really primed for a good long trade. I entered a little late because I was waiting for confirmation on the breakout of the low resistance liquidity run trend line. As soon as it broke out of that, I waited for confirmation that it was still going to want to run long, and I got that confirmation. It did, so I went ahead and entered, put my risk down below the stops here, and put my take profit at the top of the range, which ended up being, looks like a 1.77 risk to reward, which is absolutely fine. It brought my account back up into the positive. So overall, I think it was a really good trade.